Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Soccer Showdown, our Women's Spotlight edition. Joe Archino here, as always, with Kate Adriani. And we're going to move right into things. Obviously, we're going to start off with the U.S. Women's National Team, as we normally do, because when you get into the world of women's soccer, you can't go very far without mentioning the U.S. Women's National Team. But obviously, the pay gap has been an issue that's been a front focus of the U.S. Women's National Team. You obviously are very well versed in this subject. You follow the team very closely. Kind of take us back. We haven't really heard it in the limelight for a while. Break it all back down for us once again.
Of course. So back in November, they had a 60-minute special that talked about the Equal Pay Act and the U.S. Soccer Federation, the EEOC, for underpaying the U.S. women's soccer team, which Carly Lloyd is mentioned to be like the best player in America. So she said in her interview, she said, we should be paid more because we win, we are successful, so we should get what we deserve. In 2015, the World Cup had 30 million people watching it, which is more than men's soccer. So going back, that's huge for the women's national team. And the pay structure is very, very different for both men and for women. The women get paid $72,000 yearly. So that's different than the men. They get paid on a game basis. The women get paid on a game basis. Men get if they win, they get $17,625 for just one win. The women get a bonus if they win of $1,350. They travel in very, very different styles. The women take a coach bus to go places and fly coach, where the men fly first class. So it's very different. And that is why Hope Solo and Carly Lloyd are fighting for equal pay. And there is equal pay, equal play is their slogan. So one of the two top soccer players in 2015 was Hope Solo and Tim Howard. Hope Solo made $336,000 and she played in 28 games. And Tim Howard played in 8 games and he made $398,495. Which is completely different when you think about it. So that's about 3 times more a game that he's making.
I am not a financial wizard by any means, but I think anyone can easily spot that. And I don't think there's any debate about which side has obviously claimed more success these past few seasons. But moving on a little bit, what does it mean for other women's sports? Obviously, we focus on the U.S. national teams, but what does it mean for other teams?
What it means for other teams would be for the U.S. women's national hockey team, where they decided to boycott their upcoming championship game at the end of the month. They decided because for the past 7 seasons, they've gone straight to the championship game. This team has decided to protest U.S. hockey in response to the organization for fair wages and equitable support. They want to be paid as fairly as possible, and the women's team here for the U.S. soccer team really started that movement. And you can see other women's sports teams taking off like that.
You have an interesting note down, and you said changing the future for all women, not just in sports, but throughout all business. Obviously, that's been a major theme of this show today. What do you mean by that? Explain that a little bit. I think that's very profound words right there.
Going to an all-girls Catholic high school, I know what it means for changing the future for women. They taught us that we needed to stand up for ourselves and fight for no matter what, on or off the field. And you can start seeing teams like the U.S. soccer team and the U.S. national hockey team really start to fight and push for that, to push for the younger generation of women to have an option to fight to have an equal pay, whether it's in business, whether it's in sports broadcasting, whether it's an on-the-field sport. They want everyone to be equal and to have an equal pay, which I think is smart. We're doing the same job as a man, and they think it's, and I think as well, that you need to be paid for exactly the same.
Change is coming. That is going to do it for this episode of Soccer Showdown, everyone. Joe Archino, as always, with Kate Adriani. We will be back very soon. You can check us out at our website at soccershowdown.net. But until the next time, we'll see everyone.